This is a game. Fuck, shut up. Uh, this game from. This is a game from 2000 and I think 2006 or 2008. I don't. Shut the fuck up. 2006 or 2008. Called Ori Ochi One. Oh, let's go. Oh, it's so loud. Oh shit, I should probably read that. It was such a beautiful time. Yeah. I will remember it with all my heart, always. As the best time. That's so loud, oh my god. Yeah. The fingers are very sticky. The time ran away. Masuka. 7 years ago. That time I went to Silk Club and decided I was gonna die. I'm dying. I was summer back. It was summer back. I was summer back. I was in the cavern. I had no choice. Sometimes, not only your mind, but also your body, they just cannot go on anymore. Where I lived, all the people around me, I could never be happy this way. I loved them all, but this wasn't me. They wanted me to be happy with them as part of their lives, and I couldn't. It was not a complicated matter. Every day, when I came back from work, I always felt so distanced, and although I was born in Mitsuka, I never felt at home. And it became clear to me that the only way was to run away. I didn't feel that this was leaving me and hiding from everything. It was something. What is wrong with me today? Something I always dreamt of. Letting go of everything and starting again. That was always in my dream. But only now did I have the courage to really let go. And so, there I was. On my way to the train station. And I was going away. I would never come back. Bye, my friend. The journey seemed to take a turn from the train, but it didn't matter, because I was happy. I was happy that after all those remaining hours, after those long remaining hours that have passed, that I will be home. Shinran was where I put all my hopes in. It was my new beginning, and I chose to go there because no one else left. So I could be far away from everyone I knew. Finally, with the chance to be alone, to be at peace, to slowly regain my strength, to breathe fresh air, to feel free. The city itself wasn't that bad either. We were in the mountain region, completely surrounded by forests. It was also situated on the banks of the river lake Ryu. even though most of the city wasn't near the lake. The part where I was going to be living was. And when I finally arrived at this place, I saw my new home. Rairia Gardens. It was a very new part of the city, quite detached, and since it was still somewhat under construction, very lifeless, they told me. What the fuck? The whole residential area was Gardens was a miscalculation. Now the company that built it was struggling to find enough people to do it. It was a beautiful but very inconvenient place to be. But I really liked it. I saw it only from pictures the agency I used to find my home has prepared. Well, but still, Rianu Gardens was effectively accessible only by train. By car, one would have to go all the way around the river lake. My work was to be in the Yagami district, so even though it was one of the closest places one could go to, it was still quite far away. By train, it took 45 minutes. But I didn't care. Somehow, I have never been happy with nature around me. I preferred buildings of the city around me, but ever since I came to Shinra, it was as if the whole place would change me. Shinra was surrounded by forests, the air was so fresh, and all that nature. So fresh and all that nature. And the fact that I was to live in the middle of it all. I've made me love it instantly. Perhaps it was because I felt this wonderful and peaceful atmosphere of being all alone, all by myself, and everything was new. And it was my new home. My new park. It was a small park near the shores of the river. It was essentially around the river. The stream flowed only through the center of the basin, and the outside parts were still water. It was so quiet here though. I looked around and found almost nothing. There was a small building in the middle of a small park, and the area was dominated by the Kitaya building. Not that the Kitaya building was anything truly big. It was the main residential piece of the housing complex next to the park. There were several smaller houses, but those were a bit too expensive for me. And my view wasn't going to be too great either, because I live on the second floor. Still, I didn't care. I didn't care at all. The only thing I wanted was peace. And this place, it was so calming, so quiet, and simple. Simple was the building. Simple was the layout of the park. There was nothing distracting. I know it was just me, seeing things that way. But I was happy. Jesus. Something cute, dude. In reality, it was almost eerie. Ugh. This emptiness. Most of the tenants that were going to move in weren't coming until the summer. And I was months and months away. And even looked for me here, the building wouldn't be anywhere near before. It was strange to listen. Wasn't feeling it. My job in the comic was going well. Commuting wasn't as bad as it seemed. The apartment started to gradually fill with new things I had. Somehow, they felt more mine than any of the things I had before I moved to Shinra. Shinran. 7 years ago, something, and now, Shinran City. I just bolted. Ochi moans for the last time. My hands were shaking, and I can barely see anything in the darkness. It's only Ochi's naked body I could feel. Yo! She relaxes herself, and I feel her soft breasts. Ugh. Pressed against me. What a player. I want to move down a bit to kiss them, but I'm too weak. What? I close my eyes and give it to regain my strength. Synth waves. Music. music. She tries to exhale. She tries to exhale deeply. What the fuck's wrong with me? Yes. I feel Ori's kiss in my eyes. Her hair covers my face, and I feel her near me. I feel her lips close to me. I instinctively kiss them. It's nothing intense, because Ochi seems to be exhausted as well. A light kiss, and she curls up to me so my face can just close to her breasts. It's always like this. I get intoxicated by her scent and pass out on the soft delirium, fainting noticing the slight shocks still going through Ochi's body as she too falls asleep. It's so creepy. There is no time and no space. It's just Ochi and me. I have no power, no will to think about anything. To me, Ochi is everything. When she loves me, I am strong. When she hates me, I am weak. It's so simple. Yet at times like these, when we make love, I feel completely in her power. I give into her completely and almost abandon my body. Ochi, she is different. After we make love, she is calm. Well, I feel lost. I want to be as close to her as possible. I want her to protect me. We are very different. What a squid. I regain my consciousness and I feel Ochi by my side. She is breathing calmly, looking at me absent-mindedly. I don't think it was even proper evening. Ochi came home from work later, and when she was taking a shower, I came in and we took a shower together. It ended like this. Somehow, it's us. I don't even remember speaking to her. We made love so silently, no words were said. Ochi, in the way, always senses everything sooner than me. It was her who starts being silent, and then her look, her movements, everything was completely drawn me into that world, where there is nothing else except Ochi and me. And we ended up making love. Ochi and me. Lately, something is wrong. We make love, we kiss, we are happy, but somehow there is a distance. There is a touch of separation. It's nothing. I could really point to nothing in particular, but it's eerie, and it's almost crushing at times. There are thousands of things I would love to tell Ochi. I want to tell her that I love her, and there is nothing else in the world that matters to me. Yet somehow, the words never get out. And I want to tell her. I want to call out call out to her, to tell me we will be alright again. Who else can I ask? It's so laughable, but for me, it's the only thing to do. I just want my microphone. I need Ochi's help, and I need her support. Does she think I am weak? But I am not. I am as strong as she makes me. And Ochi, she could have all my strength, if she would just let go. Yes, Ochi. She's very strong, very proud and stubborn. It's hard to reasonably imagine I could be with her. She has almost no friends. One could really get along with her badly. There is this coldness and indifference. Most people even call her a bad person. Argumentative, irritated, and evil. She would like people to suffer. What the hell? And why are you with this girl? That's Ochi. That's how she is. Other people see her like that because that's who she is. Oh, alright then. But me, I know a different Ochi. And this Ochi, I'm afraid to lose now because she is slipping away. The Ochi who laughs when she is with me, who starts a pillow fight and dances around like a child when I bring home a cute fridge magnet, who who starts laughing for no reason. And when I come to her and ask, bursts into tears telling me that it's because she is happy with me. This is the Ochi I love, and the Ochi I am losing. There you go. Ochi opens her eyes again, and I snap out of my thoughts. She stretches herself and slowly becomes aware of the situation. As she realizes she is sticking between her legs. As she realizes she is sticking between her legs, she moves in slight discomfort. Normally, she'd kiss me and we'd go shower together, but it's these little things that do it. She must know I can notice this, and she doesn't even try to hide it. Ochi just rubs her face against me. It's so gentle, but it also means goodbye. For a second, I am in the darkness. Shower. I hear Ochi in the shower. Weren't you guys just sleeping? Still a bit dizzy, I follow the sound of the running water. Ochi's in the shower. Whoa! She has turned on the blue lights that we have. Ochi bought them for every room. She said it was better for our eyes in the night. So whenever we need to take a shower in the night, or just grab something from the fridge, we just use those soft blue lights. I look at Ochi's silhouette. She is perfect. Ochi always gets depressed about her figure, but she is beautiful. She is very self-conscious about it. There is this, and there is that. Just thinking about it can spoil Ochi's mood at any time. It's hard to think why. I always have problems whenever I want Ochi to wear something nice when she refuses. But she does look good in everything. I don't need to show her off, but I think it's such a waste with a wonderful woman like she is. Ochi let me into the shower and soaped up my back. I did the same for her. Usually, Ochi, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm dying. Ochi stays with me until I finish, but now she wasn't waiting. Without making a sound, she just gave me a kiss on the shoulder as she began to wash away the soap. This is strange. I just can't feel something is wrong, but I don't know how to ask her. There must be something that is troubling Ochi. The lights are off. Do you guys not talk? We're back in our bed. Ochi's beside me and breathes gently. That's how she breathes. It's strange how Ochi and I are. Not a while ago, I needed to be close to her. I was afraid. I knew something was troubling her. But now, Ochi, who I turned to protect me, is curled up to me. It was always this way. She won't fall asleep unless we were like this. When she will hold me so tight that I can feel how she falls asleep by the way her grip loosens. It is this and other things that Ochi does and needs that will let me believe she loves me. I know how it is a hard time. I don't know why, but I can feel it. She is a bit distant, but she needs me. Ochi is slowly falling asleep. I stroke her back and feel bits of dried soap. This is how she takes a shower. She will stay under there for 15 minutes, just letting the water run on her. Then she puts soap on her and hastily washes it down. She almost always misses something. It isn't too good for her skin because the soap is dry, but every time I remind her of this, she just says she doesn't care. It doesn't matter, in fact. Her skin is smooth and delicate despite the simple soap she uses. I continue to feel Ochi's presence. She is always fast asleep. I am so desperate on this woman. I really am. It's not even a problem for me to admit this, because I am just so resigned. Resigned? need Ochi. If you have a dependency on someone, you probably should go talk to them. Ever since a certain point in our relationship, I can't think of her as anything else than a part of me. Who knows? Maybe it's because I am a man. Bro. Maybe all men are just like this. I often hear women joking about us, but I know this for myself. I think that I could choose between men are more sensitive than women, men are weaker than women. Oh, tell a guy about it. Well, this guy's weak as shit. So, just talk to the damn girl. I wake up to the sound of an alarm clock. It's morning, and another working day has begun. I turn to the side because I can feel Ochi breathing on my shoulder. Ochi's breathing on my shoulder. I kiss her lightly. She opens her eyes and looks at me absent-mindedly. In the morning, when all her reactions and all her mind is slow, it's the body that takes over. Ochi starts to kiss me. I turn to her and let her come close to me. I feel that Ochi's movements are distinctive, and she slowly hides her face between the pillow and my head, and she starts to kiss my neck. It tickles. I stroke her hair, then take her hand and kiss her fingers. Good morning. I speak to her in a soft voice. One must be gentle with her, and a few minutes after she wakes up. Hi, Ochi replies quietly. How'd you meet this girl? She's extremely slow in the morning. Even when she's awake, she often bumps into things or drops them. But it doesn't matter. That's how she is. And so, when I get up and make breakfast, while I leave Ochi snooze a bit. What the fuck? I go to the shower, and when I get out, Ochi is usually already up and goes after me. But sometimes she comes into the shower when I'm still there. Like today. I give Ochi a hug and slowly run my hands over her body. It's only the sound of falling water that can be heard. Ugh! Ochi exhales as I help her soap her back. Whoa! As I want to go out, Ochi stops me and gives me a light kiss. She is still a bit drowsy, but she's already waking up. We have breakfast. Ugh, she looks like an alien. It's not really much. Just some fruit. I usually have some cornflakes with it, and as for Ochi, she always has cocoa and drinks it from her yellow cup. It's our morning thing. I need to go away a bit sooner. Ochi is back in the bedroom, getting dressed as well. But I have to go now. See you in the evening then, I tell Ochi. Yes, evening. Bye. Ochi comes to give me a goodbye hug. Whenever she does this in the morning when I am leaving, I always feel this strange sensation. The way Ochi puts her arm around me, the way she rubs her body against me slightly. She turns to me to give her strength for the day. Goodbye, Ochi. I close the door and go out. It was another hot summer day. Going to work was going to be hell once again. The endless heat, even now in the morning, one could feel what's going to come in the afternoon. They said on the TV yesterday that this year's heat records were going to be broken. It really seems so. I worked in a small private company. We specialized in securing rights for books from other countries. We then sold those rights for big publishers. It required finding titles that could do well and acquire translation rights before they get popular. It was a risky business. A mistake usually cost us. But every now and then, we land a hit, and we were always saved for a few months. In my section of the company, I worked with Onoe. Onoe. Whoa. Her eyes are like slightly offset. She was a very nice woman, and we understood each other very well. But her being signal attractive, and the fact that we went on a few days business trips from time to time to talk personally about the authors and all. Ochi was very jealous of her. Every month we had to have a serious talk about this. I always had to explain to Ochi that I love her and she has nothing to be worried about. Why, if you guys don't talk or communicate at all? Jeez. Some of my colleagues made fun of me because Ochi was frequently called also frequently called me at work. But I saw nothing wrong with that. Besides, Ochi usually just wanted to ask me how I was and tell me she needs me. She wasn't jealous. And Onoe also never laughed. She was very kind and understanding, although she and Ochi never really got along. Whenever Ochi came to pick me up from work at times, the two women would just greet in a strange brief way. Onoe usually went somewhere else. It's hard to understand. Actually given up on it. Whenever Ochi needs to be told she is loved, Whenever Ochi needs to be told she is loved, I will tell her. Simple. Whatever the others may think. What the hell is wrong with me? And that day was no exception. Ring ring. My telephone rang. I saw the number. It was Ochi. Hey Ochi, what's the news? You must come. I need you. Ochi sometimes does this. For most of the time, it's incredibly annoying, and I get in trouble for that. She wants me to leave work and come to her, because she always needs me. And when I come to her, there's no emergency. She just wants to see me, saying she needs it. I admit, though, that there is always something that bothering her, and she wants to tell me. But can't that wait until the evening when I get home? Or can't she tell me on the phone? I can't. We'll have a meeting in a few minutes. I made this up. I need to know how serious this problem of Ochi's is. However, it doesn't seem to affect her. I think it wouldn't even matter if our company was on fire. She'd still insist. It's very urgent. I must see you now. Ochi, it's 1 o'clock. Can't this wait a few hours? No, it can't. Ochi, you know that if it's very important, I will always come, but don't use me, please. I'm not using you. It is an emergency. You had one just 2 weeks ago, and it wasn't one. I will have problems at work. You don't love me. Just listen to yourself. How are you right now? How are you? Oh my god. How are you right now? If you need me, you don't have to make up excuses. I'd be happy if you just told me you need to see me for no reason. Just come, alright? Ochi sounds irritated. She's not angry though. I can't help but notice a bit of helplessness in her voice. Can't she tell me straight away? It's so simple that she does this. Alright. Ochi is silent. Ochi, I'm on my way. Don't be angry now. I'll be there as soon as I can. Okay. And she hung up. It's so difficult for me anywhere I am in such a situation. Whenever I'm in such a situation. Jesus Christ. Just stop already, okay? I glare at some of my colleagues. They were smiling because they said the boss called me. And I once again must respond to her call. Luckily, my real boss understands. Anyway, there's no reason to get upset about them. Can you finish without me? I ask Onoe. Yes, it's okay. Onoe smiles softly and looks away to get her lunchbox full of vegetables. We usually make lunch together at this time, but we won't be able to do it today. I feel a bit sorry for Onoe because she already pulled my chair into the bigger table, so we can sit together and talk. I'm sorry, I need to go. It always hurts me to do this to Onoe, even more when I know that she knows and accepts what I am doing. She never said a bad word about Ochi. It's fine. See you tomorrow then. Onoe says this as she looks at me getting my keys and bag. Yes, same to you, and have a nice evening. Bye, Oshiyuki. That's my name. I leave Onoe with her lunch and go away. I pass the other guys at the office. I still wave them goodbye because in the end, we're all friends, and walk out into the afternoon city. I'll be at Ochi's work in about an hour. Which way should I take? I don't know. The city central? Probably. The oppressive heat outside almost physically hit me when I made my move. The sun was already past its peak, but still. The river lake was near, and the humidity was almost unbearable. Well, it was just as they said in the forecast. The sun was shining almost blindingly, and there were no clouds anywhere. Everything was just a blur. Quite literally. In the summer, Shinran City was always like this. But that's okay. Shinran was the cleanest city in any kind. The heat, the haze, it is a part of all of it. As I walked onto Ochi's office, I couldn't but start to think about Ochi, that time when everything began. I remember that day. Shibuya Hospital, six years ago. My sister, she never came. She probably hates me. Ochi was holding on to my arm to guide her through the hospital in Shibuya Hospital. Wait, what the fuck was it? Guiding to her through the hallways of Shibuya Hospital. It was a small walk I did with her during the visiting hours. She can't hate me. There are a lot of things to do at the library. I tried to explain, but Ochi somehow, she felt resigned. You know, I understand. You do? She can be loved, my sister. I didn't know what to say. Ochi seemed to imply that she can't be stopped. Do you love her? And in her question, I could feel she already knows the answer. Yes, I love her. So, you see, it's not, there's so much to say. Oshiyuki, for me, it is simple. It's not simple, Ochi. Look at me. I am like this, a terrible woman, and I cannot be loved. You know that's not true. To me, Oshiyuki, to me it is logical. Ochi, I couldn't continue. Ochi was a wonderful person deep inside. I knew it, but thank you. Thank you for coming. Ochi broke my thoughts. I'll come tomorrow as well, and you must not be angry with me. I am not angry, you know that. I know. Ochi was, the truth was, that Ochi was just sad. Ochi, she was so different from anyone I knew. Is that her? What's up with her eyes? I had known her before this, and it wasn't until the operation, when I came to visit her, that I truly spent more time talking with her. And I usually took a walk with her while she was holding onto my arm. She couldn't see for the first or second week of the time, but she was recovering with her eyes operation. Ochi had a very acute problem, so we had tried to operate both her eyes at once until she would be able to see she was dependent on others. The doctors advised her to stay in the hospital. Everyone knew that it would get very tough with her because Ochi was the head of her own company. She made frames for glasses. Ochi studied it herself. This operation, though, it saved her eyes, but she would now have to wear a prescription. And the biggest problem for Ochi was that she was helpless. She ran the company through the telephone. She was very angry with everyone. I think the nurses were always happy for the few hours that I took her away outside. But that was how Ochi was. It's hard, even for me, to understand just why. Why I was the one who could accept her. The guilt, the fear, the fact that Ochi knew I was cheating on her sister. Yet, nothing. I think nothing would have been able to prevent this. It was all so sudden, so unexpected, but it happened. And even though it was Ochi who kissed me, I didn't resist. I didn't try to pull away, and then I kissed her as well. I could not move, I could not breathe, I could only feel her lips. It was this unknown attraction taking over. I could sense the fight in Ochi, and I know she could sense the fight in me, but there was nothing that could be done anymore. The next day, I felt like the weight of what I've done is going to crush me. What the hell? Ochi. She was so mean to the nurses when I came. Everything. I think she let out everything on them, but it was me who she could be talking with. She should be talking with. I came there. I had no idea what was going to happen to us now. Yoshiyuki, I'm not this kind of person. I stood in front of her, looking at how beautiful she was. And despite everything, I wasn't able to stop her. It's neither I just... I couldn't do this to her. I can't. Why didn't you? Ochi was hiding her tears, but... Why didn't you stop me, Yoshiyuki? Why? She was there, completely broken. Instinctively, I felt she wanted me to. Ochi, I could not finish the sentence anymore. Ochi burst into tears, and I took her into my arms. And just like that, everything was said. I felt the wet tears through my clothes in a few moments. And the guilt, all the fear, the help. Me, I really felt the devastating finality of what I have done. Never again could anything be the way it was before. And I cheated on the woman I loved. Really? With the woman I felt this unexplained attraction to. Willer. This is how I was when Ochi and I kissed for the first time. What an asshole. It is when it all began. Did I save? It's not that I wouldn't see the other side of her. Because even though it was an attraction between us, that never went away when she was first able to see me again. Ochi was, sometimes, I just thought there was no love inside her. But I accepted. I accepted who she was. I was expecting it, and she didn't have any special problem. I was expecting it. There was a choice of frames she had to select, and she wanted to do it with me. Yeah. However, I had no saying in the matter by the time I got there. She picked everything herself, and it could easily have waited until tomorrow. I was really angry. I waited until we left the building to tell her, so that we wouldn't make any scenes in front of her employees. I know they don't exactly like Ochi. Nobody likes her. She is a very stubborn boss, and I think they always notice these strange situations when I come into the company all of a sudden, in her working hours. They will probably think the same as my colleagues at work. That Ochi makes me do as she says. That for her, I am just some kind of toy. But it wasn't them I was angry at. I know. This is so irresponsible of you. This is so irresponsible of you. Do you know what will happen if I lose my job? But Ochi was no way of defending herself. I have endured the day, but now I can speak. And you're just making it worse, because you always... I keep talking at her. She must understand that she can't do this. It's just not okay. Finally, we are home. Ochi is almost resigned. What the hell? Why do you keep saying that? What does that even mean? Resigned? Resigned? I didn't overdo it, so she couldn't be annoyed. But at the same time, I gave her no space to argue, because I was right. It's silent. We sort of go about our things at home, but we're angry at each other. I am sitting at the small desk we have in the living room, trying desperately to fix our computer that is broken. Then, Ochi comes to me. You must not be angry with me, because I can't be like this, and I am hungry, and I don't know what we will eat, and you must help me. What? She just blurts this out so quickly. It's horrible. I can feel she just wants to get this off her chest. Ochi has a terrible way with words. So am I. Jesus. One simply has to guess what she wants to say. I already know what those words mean. Somehow, I am already resigned. Stop saying that! I have given up on changing her. Ochi. She sits by my chair. She stands. She shits. She takes a shit right next to my chair. She stands by my chair while I am sitting on it. I gently put my hands around her waist and pull her towards me. Because I am sitting down, my head is at the same level as Ochi's breasts. Ochi, I kiss your breasts and feel her draw through her. What the hell? Is that your way of consoling her? I stand up and hold her. She wraps her arms around me and buries her face into my neck, kissing it. She always does this. That doesn't make any sense. What? We stand there, holding each other silently. Kiss. I kiss her. I kiss Ochi. There is no need for words. She will understand. Ochi holds on to me, and I can feel that with every second, she is more and more relaxed in my arms. I can never be angry at her. It's just impossible. Ochi's tension is gone. There's still this strange feeling. I haven't said it's okay or anything, but she knows that whatever it was we argued about, it's gone now. It doesn't matter to me who was right anymore. Sometimes one needs to let go, because it was all a small thing anyway. We kiss, and our tongues touch and move more and more. And slight shocks start to go through Ochi's body now. We still have it on. It's Ochi's bra I can feel through her clothes. She doesn't like to wear it at home. Ochi silently puts her arms around my shoulders to give my hands some space. I I reach underneath her blouse and hook her bra. But I can't avoid gently stroking her free breasts as I pull her hands. Yo, stop touching her boobs. See, you can never be angry with me, because if we break up, who will take off your bra? I said this jokingly. In fact, Ochi is very sensitive about her body. She doesn't like to be touched by people, and where others politely greet by a kiss on the cheeks, Ochi usually shakes their hands. One would think she is generally shy, but she has showed me so many times that when it's me, it's okay. Everything is okay. She never once turned me down. Never. And never said no when she wanted. It doesn't matter whether it's kissing, making love, or just being close. I cannot say no. Fan is blaring loudly. I just can't. Oh, she bursts into tears. And I can't do anything else but hold her. I take off her glasses. If her eyes don't look connected to her face, I don't know, it looks like two separate drawings. I do it so she can come close to me and hide her face as she holds on to me. It's just very jarring, the illustration. With glasses, she can't softly rub her cheeks on me the way what? She can't softly rub her cheeks on me the way likes it. It's probably the way she likes it. Wet. I feel her cheeks are a bit wet from the few tears just a second ago. I am holding Ochi so close, she barely has space to move. And then, Ochi gives up all of her resistance. She doesn't have to watch her balance as we stand, because I am holding her. As she just leans back, and with her arms, and with her hands on my back as she holds on to me, she starts to gently stroke me. It's the silent sigh that makes me aware of it. Now, she is telling me more than she could ever do with words. The small movements on her arms on my back. I can feel every touch, and I know she doesn't have to explain anything in words now. I know. Ochi, I understand. It's all okay now. This is how she is. And Ochi, she's so sensitive now. It happens to her from time to time, and especially at a time like this. She isn't sad or anything. It just all gets to her. It's okay, Ochi. Let's go to the kitchen. Think of something we can make ourselves. It's almost like talking to a child, but I guess it helps. Ochi often talks like this to me when I need... Ochi often talks like this to me when I need cheering up and support. Oh. But it's not childish. In fact, I don't care how it looks or sounds. Whenever Ochi feels guilty, she will always want to make it up as quickly as possible. And although it's usually me who cooks, Ochi wants to make dinner tonight. Why is she always in that pose? She even puts on the apron that she told me I like so much. I think she looks beautiful in it. But Ochi, she always says she is no housewife. In times like these, and with things like this, that she tells me that she loves me, she gives me her body. But with this, sometimes, for me, she always puts away her stubborn ways, her mean self. As bad, evil-minded, and as terrible other people might think she is. I ask myself this often. Am I the one she lets see this side of her? Am I the only one she lets see this side of her? So, what will we eat tonight? Ochi asks this as she looks at me. I know Ochi likes ice. Rice. Oh my god, I'm hopeless. I like vegetables. But we also have soup left over from yesterday. I know that other girl likes vegetables. What if I say yes? Will that cause problems? She probably doesn't know unless she's like a huge stalker. Snickers. Breathless. I gasp for breath. I gasped for breath as I relaxed myself. My hands were still wrapped around Ochi's body and holding her tight. She started to kiss me softly, and so shivering, exhaled deeply. I had no words to describe it. In fact, I have already lost my ability to tell Ochi exactly how beautiful it was when we made love. It didn't matter. She felt it, and it was the time she stared blankly into my eyes afterwards, our faces touching. There was no need for words. 7 years ago, Shinrin City. It was the first day of work. Hi. My name is Yoshiyuki. I'm Onoe. The girl smiled softly. She was much younger than me. Although she told me that she was working here full time for over a year now, she was definitely under 20. Nevertheless, she had a certain experienced way of talking, and her gestures were different than those of a girl. Those of a girl. But I suppose children grow up quickly these days. Maybe it was because of the makeup, but it wasn't much. But one could see it made Odie a bit older. To me, I didn't like that at all, let alone the girl. Those were my thoughts the first time I saw her. Onoe? How do you pronounce that? Onoe. Started to explain everything about the office. She explained that for almost an hour, how we would work together, where everything was, and so on. Then, we finally took a break. As I started to arrange my table and gather all the necessary things for today, Onoe asked, "So, I heard you're new. Where do you live?" "Oh, in Rena Gardens. Thank you." "Really? It's a nice place, though. A friend of mine lives there as well." I suppose it's not very popular when you said though. She smiled. I guess it came out that way. But you're right. It's a lonely place. Nothing around. That's true. I do struggle with the basics, like groceries and so on, and have to take the train. So maybe you can shop here? There's a good supermarket around the corner. You can buy things there and not worry. Thanks. That's a good idea. I actually buy there, so that's why I said that. But I think they're good. I actually buy there, so that's why I said that. But I think they are good. What? I can show you after work. If you could, I'd be happy. That was the truth. I had struggled to find a good supermarket, and something near my work was almost perfect. We then went back to work. Over the next few days, Onoe and I quickly became friends. Since we worked on our project together, we almost spent a lot of time together. Onoe was very helpful. She told me how to set up a phone line, which forms I had to ask for, and filter reroute my mails. In that 1 week, it was almost like we knew each other for years. It's what I wanted. This is what I came for. For me, this was new. Everything, the city, a new friend, and everything else around me. But still, I felt like I belonged in here. "So, wanna make lunch?" Onoe asked one of us. It was 1 o'clock, and just about time to grab something to eat. "Yes." asked me that. Whoops. I put down the papers I was looking at, and we made ourselves comfortable in our office. Onoe pulled out something that she obviously brought before and unwrapped her food. She looked at me, opening my lunchbox, and smiled. Ugh. Yours is always so neat. Well, I try. No, really. I just grabbed something from the fridge. You seem to prepare your lunch. She continued to look at me while I was opening my fruit salad. Want some? I offered this to Onoe. I know food that you prepare at home is much hard to resist. Just one spoon. Onoe agreed, and I gave her my fruit box. Delicious. Thanks. You do realize that's just pieces of cut fruit. I do. But the point is, you took the time yesterday. I never seemed to find it. Yeah. See, Don't even finish that sentence. Onoe smiled as she gave me back my fruit box. Jesus. The truth was, though, that my guess was right, as I found out. I was about 10 years older than her. Oh, no. I meant it in a good way. I started to do this because one day I woke up and kind of hated how I lived. Yes, I noticed you're always arranging things neatly. Well, I do like to have it at least somewhat neat. My apartment, it's a war zone. So is mine. I've changed that. I don't know. It just feels better. But that's the thing. I never seem to find the time. I know the feeling. I don't know how it came to be like this, to tell the truth. Maybe it just comes one day. Yes, maybe it does. I guess I got a bit lost in thought after that. We finished our lunches and got back to researching. Anyway, are you going shopping today? Onoe just asked. Yes, it's the weekend coming, so I'll have to buy a bit more. Holy shit, I'm tired. Do we go together? Yes. Onoe's almost happily agreed. She was really nice. I really liked her. It may have come from the fact that she was the only person I knew in the city, but nevertheless, she was a nice person. It was Saturday, late morning. I took a walk around Rinrenu Gardens and its surroundings. It was somewhat a secluded space, since there was forest all around us. Nevertheless, I wanted to look around the surroundings and maybe explore the lake forest a bit as well. They were so beautiful, so peaceful. I spent the morning and much of the afternoon exploring the lake shores. I came back quite hungry, but before I went home, I wanted to see the library. It was a small building in the center of Rinranu Gardens Park. It had a very nice reading room. In fact, the building itself was a reading room. The books were underneath. So from the outside, the library didn't look. I walked past it quite a few times on my daily trips to work, and I always caught a glimpse of what was going on inside. But I never actually went inside. So today, I wanted to. Back then, I thought it had a bit strange opening. I thought they had a bit strange opening hours. Every even week of the year, it would be open on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And every odd week, it would be open Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Given the small number of people living here, having open every other day, it seemed reasonable. And today was an odd week, Saturday, so the library was open. It was quite interesting in trains. Maybe they would have some books about trains that I haven't seen yet. I hope the library has this kind of literature. There are some libraries that don't have technical books. I came in with a soft, warm surely spent quite a long time here. It was quite really beautiful. So simple. Maybe it was the colors that had this calming effect on me. There was a desk with no books, or so I suppose. But still, there is no one here. Ah, sorry, sir. All of a sudden, a woman came out of the back. When she saw me, she looked a bit surprised. In fact, so did I. Of course, it wasn't because I looked familiar, but she was so. I'm just here for the first time. It says this is a library. It's the entrance to the actual library is over there. The woman pointed to the other side of the room, with the door opens to the stairway. Oh, thanks. Follow me, sir. The woman quietly said this, smiling. She looked happy. I followed her. If you want something specific, I can get you a book quickly. Well, I'd like something about trains. I told her what I was looking for. I was quite hungry, so maybe I'd let her give me a book and then go home and eat. Then, it would be later afternoon, and I could sit back and read. It was such a relaxing idea to play with. Ori. That's what it said on the small name tag on the desk. Is that her name? Because there seems to be no one else here, except the few visitors I saw in the reading room. Ori. She was... I was looking something up on the computer. Then she smiled at some results, as some results appeared. We have the National Train Encyclopedia, rail cars and components, military trains. When she finished the list, I hesitated a bit. I like maybe the medical service railway vehicles and rail cars or components. But that's the year's edition. It is. I'll get the book. It'll be just a moment. With these words, she disappeared. And that's how I first met Ori. Okinawa. The only woman I would ever truly love. What the fuck? That's kind of a bombshell. You're in a relationship. Ori was something like the manager of the library. The library itself belonged to the city, but she was just about the only staff in its branch. She took care of the book index and the library maintenance work. Whenever I came to the library, it was so plain to see how she was working with books. Over the time, I started to visit the library regularly. Ori had made me a membership card on the first day I visited. That day was almost one of those. It was Saturday evening. I came to return some magazines and to read new ones for a while. Time passed, and when I looked at my watch, I suddenly realized no one else was in the reading room anymore. And it's gotten dark. Hi. I must have looked like I'd just woken up. Ori came up to me and smiled softly. I was so absorbed by the magazine's newest edition, I forgot about time. Not that I was to blame. The reading room was such a pleasant place to be. I'm sorry, I can actually have them back. It's just, they were so interesting, I kind of got lost. That's okay. I gave her the magazines on the card. Ori smiled and took the magazines downstairs. Somehow, I don't know why, I went downstairs to Ori. I had to wait until she came back, because she would have to swipe my library card through the reader and mark the magazines as returned. But, sorry about that. Ori came back and told me this. I didn't know why she apologized, but something inside me, so you're finishing the first minutes? Must be nice to have a weekend at last. I said it. something, anything, a nothing saying sentence just to keep the sake of talking to Ori. I couldn't do anything to stop this. I wanted to do it. She was. I was really. I really thought she was such a wonderful person. You just met her. Yes. It is. Ori was also a bit strange. Usually, we'd say a few words while she was checking out the books, but this was different. The library was empty, and there were only the two of us. There was a silence. One could hear the other one breathe. When I realized this, I saw Ori being lonely. It was such a strange situation. I can wait until you close. It's dark. I don't know how to say this, or why I said this. I don't know how I said this, or why I said this. She was alone in here. In an instant, I thought it was so stupid to say such a thing, because this area isn't dangerous at all. I didn't even know where she lived. So she might have to go through the whole city. And I lived so close. I didn't know what I thought. I'll close down in a minute. Ori was. She too, I think, was saying things automatically. This conversation. Oh, that's fine. I'll wait. No problem. Okay. I'm ready in a few minutes. This conversation. I have the feeling that I didn't control it. Words just left me without warning. And, perhaps, when I saw Ori's feverish face, could I even begin to think? It could have been. Could she be like me? Somehow. I live here. It's that house. Oh, because mine is over there. I pointed to the Kiriyama building, which was to be seen in the distance. When I finally went to bed that night and closed my eyes, I couldn't stop thinking about Ori. Was I going to the library in the evening again? Should I go? Would Ori want me to come? Would Ori walk home with me? Again? Would I have to ask her again? Or would she know why I came? Should I ask for books or magazines? Or was it okay just to come? It was Ori. And I think from the very first time I looked at her, and the first time I talked to her, I thought that you obviously feel something about her. Me and Ori, we went home together 2 days after, and the other times, we just walked side by side. It was always only for a few moments because we lived so close to the library, but it was me and Ori. Days later. I'm done. See ya.